How many times have you tasted the despair of knowing what to do while your body refuses to move? That suffocating tightness in your chest or the lump in your throat is not something you can just think away. Our suffering is not merely a product of thought, it is etched into the physical body as undeniable pain. Based on the principles of Power of Ego, a bestseller in 20 categories across 5 countries, our teen, certified by Ivy League plus institutions like Harvard and Yale, brings you the truth of authentic self-love. In part 6 of our 8-part series, we explore embracing the pain body, a brutal yet ultimately kind reality. Many people try to stay positive by ignoring their pain. That is nothing less than cellular abuse. Let's evolve the teachings of Eckhart Tolle and master the art of dialogue with the sacred voice of the body. Observation is a cold death sentence for the soul. Eckhart Tolle taught us to observe the accumulated pain of the past, which he called the pain body. However, many fall into the trap of viewing observation as a cold, detached gaze, like looking at a pile of trash. Watching your pain with the secret intent to kill it is not healing, it is an act of aggression. No matter how sharply you observe, if there is no warmth of love, the pain will simply retreat into the shadows. Acting as a cold observer is the same as locking a wounded part of yourself in solitary confinement. Tolle's true intent was not to alienate the pain, but to acknowledge and embrace its existence without condition. Stop treating your own pain as an object of study. Start facing it as a living, breathing part of your being. Pain is not a parasite, it is a crying infant. Most self-help gurus call negative emotions ego food and tell you to starve them out. That is a lie. In our PCM, Parts Connection Method, we treat those uncomfortable sensations as precious parts. The heaviness in your chest or the constriction in your throat are fragments of emotions never allowed to be expressed. Does merely observing a crying baby make that child feel loved or satisfied? If ignored, the baby might eventually go silent, but that is not healing. It is the silence of despair. The discomfort your body sends is not an attack. It is a signal of love screaming, "Please notice me." Stop treating your pain like an alien invader. Hold it close like a child desperate for connection. Your brain lies, but your fascia remembers everything. The tragedies you think you've moved on from are still physically alive as tension in your muscles. As trauma authority Dr. Bessel van der Kolk proved, the body keeps the score. Even if your mind rewrites the story to cope, your nervous system, your body's map, keeps the terror vivid. You can never think your way out of a situation where your nervous system is screaming, "Danger." We prioritize body sensations because they are the only physical interface to your subconscious. Where verbal therapy hits a dead end, the somatic approach begins to speak directly to the flesh. To break the chains of the past, you must rewrite the micro vibrations in your body, not just a story in your head. Staying in the now is often just a spiritual bypass. Too many people use spiritual teachings to dismiss physical reality as a mere illusion. Floating into higher dimensions to escape the anxiety of the future or the regrets of the past is just a loss of ground. This is called spiritual bypassing, a temporary flight from reality that never leads to true transformation. Tolle said to feel the inner body, but we emphasize a much more powerful physical sense of grounding. Before you go searching for higher light, connect with the gravity and materiality beneath your feet. Focus on the physical fact that the earth, without a second's rest, is supporting your entire weight. Returning to the body that feels gravity is the first real step toward true awakening. Thinking is the most inefficient way to fix your life. This is the core of level 5 in our GSI model, field and embodiment. Most people treat their problems like a puzzle to be solved by the brain's limited processing power. but your cells sense and react to your environment at speeds far beyond the reach of conscious thought. The sensation of your seat, the temperature of the floor, the physical movement of air in your lungs. Returning to these simple facts sends a powerful safety signal to your amygdala, the brain's fear center. While your head predicts disaster, the world under your feet knows only the truth that the floor is there. Exit the narrow cage of logic and access the vast information field of the body. The problem often vanishes on its own. Naming your emotions is a handcuff for the soul. We habitually process our internal state using generic labels like anger or sadness, but the felt sense discovered by psychologist Eugene Gendlin cannot be contained by such shallow words. It is a cold lead weight in the chest, or a thorn stuck deep in the throat, sensations that defy naming. Slapping a label on a sensation and locking it in a mental box kills the unique message it carries. Your body speaks in nameless poems, a rich language born from your specific life story. Instead of saying, "I am heavy," try saying, "There's a part of me that feels a certain heaviness." Dropping the labels and facing the raw sensation is the only way to begin a real dialogue with the ego. Healing without listening is the silent murder of the self. When we feel discomfort, our first instinct is to judge it as bad and try to smother it with positive thinking. In PCM, we start by simply saying, "Oh, so you were there," and greeting the sensation with kindness. Sit beside that sensation without rushing to a solution or an answer. Rushing is a bad habit of the ego, which prioritizes efficiency over connection. Here, we must wait. Wait until a message like, "I was lonely," or "I just wanted to be seen," rises from the depths of the body. The moment you truly hear the honest response from your body, the tension miraculously begins to shift. This felt shift is the sign that the part has finally felt safe enough to let go. This is true healing. Breath is the only master key to the prison of your nerves. When we are under intense stress, the body enters defense mode and we unconsciously stop breathing. In fight or flight mode, breath becomes shallow and fast, trapping the body in oxygen depletion and hypertension. In PCM, we define breath as a gift of love from the higher self to the suffering parts of the being. Your pained parts are suffocating in the dark, desperately trying to protect you. Send them a deep, gentle breath. Deliver the nourishment of oxygen and the warmth of your presence. This softening through breath has the power to melt even the most rigid ego shell from the inside out. Tell your cells with every exhale, "It's okay, I am breathing with you right now." The harder you try to kill the pain, the more you destroy yourself. Pain regains its fluidity only when it is touched by the love contained within your breath. Instead of trying to delete the pain, create a vast space where that pain is allowed to relax. This evolves Tolle's inner light into an active, deeply human process of compassion. Don't just shine a light on it, provide the oxygen and love your cells need to actually survive. Breath is the sacred bridge connecting the high-dimensional self, the physical body, and the unconscious. By giving yourself this gift of breath, your body feels ultimate safety, and the ego finally lays down its weapons. Enlightenment is in your flesh, not in the clouds. Loving your body is the total affirmation of life itself and the final peace treaty with the ego. The silence of now is found by filling the temple of the body with awareness, not by transcending it. Stop resenting the pain. Wrap the quiet love hidden inside that pain with your own breath. In our next episode, Part 7, we will learn how to form a formal partnership with your inner team. We will reveal the steps to transition your internal dictatorship into a gentle democracy. Also, check the link in our bio for our special free AI GSI assessment to discover your highest self. Find your location on the map of intelligence and begin the session to unlock your latent potential. The answers are already inside you. Let's go find them together. Thank you for watching until the end. Please remember to like and subscribe.